Alright, so I normally like to talk shit about toys that I buy for some odd, weird, fucked up reason. But on DC Collectibles, it's kind of hard, man, because they usually do a pretty good job. And we got this DC Legends Firestorm. This toy looks really good, and the likeness, it's kind of spot on. So let's get him open and get him up here with his friends. Okay, so he's free. We'll just go ahead and start with some comparisons real quick. You can see he's standing just a little, well, he's like 7 inches tall with this fire, but man, they just really did a good job with him. Then here's the DC Collectibles Firestorm, also just another amazing toy. And another DC Collectible Firefly from the video game, and that's just an amazing toy. Then we have the DC Icons Firestorm. Once again, action figure perfection. All right, let's look at this. You got 4 fire-related toys from DC Collectibles. Every single one of those is pretty much a perfect toy. And then we move over here to the left. Okay, granted, yeah. These things are like 22, 24 bucks. These things, 20 bucks, and you get to build them with it. Dude, these things really aren't much better than DC Multiverse. Like, this Johnny Storm figure. I mean, if I made toys for a living, because I build shit for a living. So if I made toys for a living and I put out a toy like that, I would be embarrassed. Like, that's just, it's not good work. Like, I got to do good work at work. I don't know why these toys companies, they feel like they need to do good work in their toys. Like, do they not collect toys? They just like, this is just a job to them, and it's like a job that they don't really give a shit about. Because when you make a toy like that, and then you have to look at toys like these, like, you just got to look at your product and go, man, like, our toys kind of suck. And I'm a Marvel guy, so this really sucks for me. Either way, enough bitching about that. Let's check out this. Okay, here's the accessories that comes in the package with him. He does come with the regular head with the non-fire, which is really nice. Looks really good. It's just when you have a head with fire on it, like, this head really isn't even an option. I'm glad I got it, but it's going straight in the door. And then he has like your regular like grabbing hands, your fisted hands, which they shouldn't even really put those in the package because I don't see anybody using those when you got fire hands. Let's check out this toy. Alright, so this is one of his hands. Like, it has this big fireball shooting out of it. Nice clear red plastic. And then he also has the flame like coming off the back of his hand. That's basically the same as this flame over here. So this is like see-through plastic all the way through the hand. That's perfect. Like, this whole toy pretty much is action figure perfection. Like, they really did a good job. Then the head on this with the see-through flames up here, really well done. Nice shading throughout. Like, these lines, these are all sculpted on. Some of these lines are just painted on, but I mean, it kind of really works. So I'm not really upset with that. Normally I like all the lines sculpted, but I think that that might almost be overkill on this one because you got tons of sculpted lines down here on the belt. You got wrinkles in his pants. Like, I mean, everything on this toy is just done really nice. It's nice, hard, stiff plastic. It's not cheap plastic at all. The paint on this thing is just very realistic. Like, they are really killing it. When they make toys this good and then Multiverse tries to follow, like I don't get it, like, because their toys just, they're not even on the same level. But then the articulation real quick, like the head it's on a ball, it's pretty clean there. This shoulder joint, like, look how clean that shoulder joint is. Like, that's for me, that's articulation perfection right there, because no matter where you move it, it just looks really clean. I actually prefer the single elbow over the double elbow just because of how good it looks. I know a lot of guys collecting toys, they like over-articulated toys like RevTech. I'm definitely not that guy. I'm not real sure what's going on with this joint here, if mine's stuck or something. I don't know if that's supposed to be an ab crunch. It definitely doesn't move. That's all I got out of that. So I don't know if mine's stuck or if it's supposed to be like that. And then down here it has a swivel at the waist. I really like this thigh joint. I know it's kind of limited on articulation, but look how clean that is. Like those lines on that is really nice. Then you can kind of open his legs a little bit. Not like you're ever going to display them like that, or at least I'm not. And then the legs can go forward and back. I mean, not a whole lot, but I would rather have a cleaner looking joint than an articulated joint. I know a lot of people don't feel the same as me, but looks wise, this toy really couldn't be any better. Then he has the double knee. Mine's like actually really stiff, which I guess that's a good thing. It almost feels like it's gonna break, but it's not. So at least you don't have like a soggy, loose joint. And then it's not like, you know how you have those toys, not to beat up Marvel Legends again, but the legs are like soft and bowed, and they're just not really working. This is like a totally different plastic on these toys. Like it's like a really hard, stiff material. It really feels like you're buying a quality toy. And then the ankle on this, like it's got that ankle pivot, like it's got crazy ankle pivot and just really well done. And then it also has a joint so it can go forward and back. So they really killed it on this toy. I'm really happy with it for like the 24 bucks. I mean, look at that paint job on it. Like all this is sculpted on. It just really well done. Highly recommend this. I'm going to throw them up there with the collection. You can see how that's coming along. They're killing it, man. You might want to pick this up. Alright, so here's kind of like my TV DC section. So here's Arrow down here, and then it kind of leads into Flash. And as I scroll through, just notice that like every figure is like its own mold, and that's something that I really appreciate. I don't like a bunch of shitty repaints, so for an extra $4, I think we're totally getting our money's worth. So that's like the TV shit right here. There's Firestorm. Thanks for watching.